When I first retired 20 years ago, had neighbors that had four-wheel drive vehicles, and we decided to drive it because it was supposed to be very interesting. And from there, I happened to get my first ATV. This is my second. And I just naturally wanted to come up here because it is so beautiful.
Oracle Control Road was completed in 1920. It took 3 years to build it, and it was built by the Forest Service in Pima and Pinal counties. And it really opened up Mt Lemmon to vehicular traffic. You know, there were a lot of mines and ranches back there, and previously access was pretty much by horse or mule or on foot. So that was the roaded access up Mt Lemmon Highway until the Catalina Highway was built, the paved road that's on the south side of the mountain range. So it really gave those folks back there a lot of mobility and made quite a bit of difference.
This kind of put Oracle back on the map. It was the last town. In fact, this was the first building you would have seen when you got on what they called the Mt Lemmon Highway. So this is a picture taken in 1930, and it's about, you know, it's really close to our museum. So this is the beginning of the Mt Lemmon Highway, and it's called the Little Smitty Boys and Their Burros. And it shows a Coca-Cola sign that says Mt Lemmon, spelled wrong, 30 miles. Lemmon is 2 M's, and there's 1 M on the sign.
The Oracle Control Road is dirt, and it's called Control because some parts of it were really narrow and there wasn't room for 2 lanes of traffic on it. So they would kind of stagger traffic. It would go up the mountain at these times and come down the mountain at these times, so traffic flow was controlled in that way. If you're going down, you'll start off and you'll be in mixed conifer forest for a little while, and then you open out into those sweeping vistas of the grassy oak woodlands.
I get to just jump in my vehicle and bring binoculars, you know, just sit out here and enjoy. The topography, I think, just offers a lot. You know, there's just different parts of the day that you want to be here because, you know, this overcast is really nice. This is going to roll in. It's just going to give it a different look. And then when we have the sun going, you just see shadows casted and stuff. So, and then we can't forget the snow.
The main differences we're going to see between the road on the south side, the paved highway, and the dirt road on the other side is going to be geological. We're going to pick up many different kinds of rocks, including limestone, which is totally absent from the south side of the mountain. It's on the north side of the mountain. And also the road doesn't descend to the same elevations as it does here. Here the road goes down to below 3,000 feet. On the north side, we get no lower than 4,500 feet. So it never gets warm enough for the saguaros and the palo verdes. On the north side of the mountain, we can find lots of mountain mahogany in the areas with limestone. They're notable for their clever little seeds that look like little tornadoes. Mountain mahogany isn't the only plant that has an affinity for limestone. As you can see in the hill behind me here, there's also a lot of agaves and a lot of this. And this is sotol, also known as desert spoon. It's a fine plant for making walking sticks. This is Pepper Sauce Canyon. It's home to Pepper Sauce Campground. It's best known for its large sycamores, I think. And in addition, there's walnut trees and hackberry trees. And the walnuts are nogales, and they provide plenty of food for coati Mondays sometimes a year, and you can see whole troops of coatis underneath the nogales and collecting all the nuts. The sycamore trees often have large hollows, and they are home to spotted owls, which was a surprise that was discovered in the 1990s. We thought spotted owls lived only high up in the mountain.
It's tranquilo here.
It's super chill.
We're nursing students at the University of Arizona working on our masters. As you can kind of see, we were caving. We came out here today to explore Pepper Sauce Cave, and it's about 2 hours of playing basically down in a cave and getting muddy. Just team building. I really wanted to get all of us students together, so I knew this was an opportunity.
We got in there, got super muddy, got down low, and it was super easy to do, and I loved it. There's a huge lake at the bottom that you can dive into if you want. We were not brave enough to do that. I'm not that brave, but it's beautiful. The water's super clear. You can see all the way to the bottom. I am from Long Island, New York, so going from there and never being on the West Coast before to coming to here, complete shell shock, and I love it.
What do you think about having this right here in your own backyard, this road that takes you all the way to Mt Lemmon?
I think it's fantastic. I wouldn't go any other way, personally, if I had the right vehicle. You can't be timid, and you can't be in a hurry.
It's a beautiful hidden gem, this road, especially if you're a photographer or you're a bird watcher, because there's a lot of birds in Mt Lemmon that you don't find on the East Coast. You will love coming out here.